Well, I was 5 and he was 6. We rode on horses made of sticks. I wore sort of navy blue and he wore camo. I always win the fight. And here we are reviewing plugins on a YouTube show called Is It? You clearly need some lunch.
I'm starving.
Yeah. Right, well, let's rattle through this.
Let's do that.
One. Yeah.
Yes.
And then we can go and have some lunch.
Okay.
Don's Labuza.
What do you want to know?
Do they still do those nice wings?
I think they do still do the nice wings.
Yeah.
And the lamb kofta kind of stuff.
Yeah. Lamb kofta wings.
Nice. Yeah.
Right. That was it.
Let's get on with this.
Okay, so, Sean, what we're looking at today?
It's another one from Arturia. It's another new one going into their effects collection, blah, blah, blah. It's also available individually, and we've been asked to look at it. Even though we didn't really have time to look at it, we did, because we care about our viewers. A bit. I mean, we don't like most of them,
No.
but, you know.
So, the bus peak, Arturia bus limiter peak.
Arturia bus limiter, yes. Or bus peak.
Bus peak.
It does say bus peak on there. It says bus limiter on there. Who knows? It's their new...
You get the idea.
You get the idea. It's their new limiter type thing. Anyway, it's not massively breaking any new ground. It is a clipper and a limiter. If you look at the interface, kind of standard, but quite nice looking. On the left, you've got your input. And then this section there, you grab on that, and that is your threshold for clipping. And then you grab the green one there, and that is your threshold for the limiter. This display shows you whether you are clipping or limiting. Yeah. Quite like that. That's quite useful that it can
like
do.
You say, pretty standard, isn't it, these
Pretty
days?
standard, yeah. You can select the knee of the clipper and you can change the character. So if you see, this wasn't very obvious and not a very good interface for this section. But when you click on that little graphic above the word character, it changes from like a point to a curve, and it changes the way that it clips. Does the same on the limiter here when you click on that, but that's just not a very useful thing. No. It's not obvious that you can do that.
Well, because one of my questions was going to be is what I've discovered going through all these plugins is some of the idea is that they're transparent,
yes,
and they're clear,
yes,
and they don't have character,
yes,
and others add transients and have character, add harmonics and have character.
I don't think this is adding character as deciding the character of the process.
Right, I see. I see what you mean. Clear as custard.
Clear as custard. This section down there, TP, that
Tom Peters,
or it turns on True Peak limiting.
Oh right,
so
okay.
True Peak limiting. Do you know what True Peak limiting is, Compostant?
Yeah, of course I do. Moving on.
Tell us about True Peak limiting.
Well, it's got something to do with median and average and that sort of thing, hasn't it? So
a regular limiter, you have these things called intersample peaks, which sneak through.
Yeah.
True Peak limiting.
Go on, you explain it.
Well, True Peak limiting does away with those. So you don't get distortion when you think, well, hang on, I can't be. I'm at minus 0.3. Nothing's getting through. But actually, unless it's True Peak, things will get through. They'll just be too small to show up on meters.
Well done, correct.
Interestingly, this little button there where it says mastering, you can select between mastering and rendering. It's just oversampling, different amounts. Mastering is standard level of oversampling, rendering is the highest level of oversampling. Equal loudness basically gives you unity gain so you can hear what it's doing. That's kind of it. You can click on these little headphone things here to solo the sections, hear what they're doing, and that is about it. I can't think of anything else that it does. Yes, that is it. It does come with a bunch of presets. They're quite interesting. Yeah.
Can you think of another plugin that this is similar to? It looks like something you've done recently, doesn't it?
I mean, it's not a million miles away from the L2.
El Juan.
Oh no, not that L2. The L2 made by the people that make the EQ. Jesus, that name has left me. But yeah, it looks like a lot of limiters these days. I mean, a lot of the BX stuff, the Brainwork stuff, is using a very similar graphic to this.
Yeah.
In fact, we're looking at one very soon.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get, because this is Arturia, demo. I'm gonna guess 20 minutes.
It is a 20-minute demo. Yeah.
And I'm gonna guess the price.
You don't need to, do you? They're all the same.
Oh, are they? I was going to say 99.
99 euros. It is
99 euros. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've obviously got a whole bunch of limiters that I've paid for. I think I'm covered. I don't think this climater,
Climiter.
No one's used that word. Someone should use that. A clipper and a limiter is a climiter.
A climiter, yeah.
That could go a bit wrong.
Or a
couldn't it?
limiter.
A
lipper.
lipper. We're just giving away all the best marketing ideas.
Yeah. We need to keep these on the D-Lo.
We do. I don't think it's doing anything that a clipper or limiter I already own doesn't do.
But that doesn't mean, and I'm just going to ask, you know, is it shit?
It's not shit. No, it does exactly what it says it does. It does it really well. There's no issues with it whatsoever. And price-wise, to get a clipper and a limiter, there's not many that are cheaper than that.
No.
So if you're in the Arturia system already, or if this has just appeared in your subscription because you're part of that,
Happy days.
Happy days, yeah.
Happy days. Good stuff. Well, please like the video.
And subscribe to the channel maybe, or become a channel member.
What does that mean? What do you get if you're a top tier channel member, Sean? Can you? Hold on. I'll use this thing. I'll use the power again.
Go on, give it a go.
Do you get one free master from your mastering company?
You do get one free master
and that's
from my
worth
mastering company. It's worth
50 quid, isn't it?
It is worth 50 quid.
Fucking hell. There you go. There you go. We've also got an Instagram, Studio Life 101.
We do, and a Patreon, and there's a merch store and a whole bunch of other stuff. Oh, and you can still buy the book, the planner, Studio Planner. There's a link for that down below. All that stuff.
Right. Pub.
See
you later.